Hello everyone. I wanted to give y'all a look at the some of the remodel things that we've done in the past. We started this house out with a drop light, and we replaced it with what you're seeing in the first slide. Well, we went to the second one, and it's working pretty good so far now that they've got those daylight, light bulbs. That was the beginning of our remodel. Had I known I was going to do a YouTube channel, I would have done more with pictures on the remodel. This was our kitchen. We had the typical 60-inch, island with the raised bar, and a dishwasher stuck in there, and there wasn't any room to the right side of the sink, and that just didn't set well with me. I don't know why I did that, but when I designed it, I made a perfect working V, a tight area, so everybody would stay out of my way. And over the 20 years, we threw up beadboard on it, and the countertop started getting old and wore out. So we tore it out, and we made a 3/4 inch by, shoot, I can't remember what it was, 40 something inch wide or bigger. I can't remember how big it was. Custom ordered the oak, and we, did the gluing, the planing and the gluing and everything that we had to do. That's my dining room. Yeah, still not a dining room. But we ended up with this. Of course, it's oiled up good there. But I did one big sink. And then I put in the end of the island, that's a old antique rusted sign that's lining that thing. And I used the scrap pieces off that countertop to make my shelves. And I put little, tap on lights in there. I did not try to run electricity in there. We are not electricians. So the island ended up being 100 and I think 3 inches long from 60. And the reason is I was framing it up around the cabinet that we had bought. We bought a 60-inch cabinet, and that was set up a little different than the one we had in there. It has cabinets on each side and then two in the middle and a drawer on each end. So it was a nicer cabinet than what I had, a small two-door cabinet underneath it. Well, gave me room. I had my friend over, and I was framing it up, and we were talking, and it got a whole lot longer than it was supposed to be. So I was going to tear it out, and she said, "No, it's nice. Build the thing in the end." So I did, and we put pine V-groove board on the front of it, and we liked the industrial look, and we did that, and we put in all new flooring. I can't remember the name of it. It was really nice, so easy to put in. It's a floating floor that glues together on two sides, and let me tell you what, it sticks, and it's thick, and it's durable. I've had big dogs on it. They don't scratch it up. You can't really see it, but see that wall back there? Remember that wall, and I'll tell you about that wall here in a minute. This is the other side, so I got room on the other side of my sink. I got a nicer dishwasher than I started with. I have this added in. Let me tell you, my family, we have eaten off of this big island. My parties, all the food, everything goes right here. It is just absolutely perfect. I'm glad I messed up and made it so long. We did do the new flooring. I don't really have a good picture of it. You can see it in that picture. All through the house, into the living room. We repainted the living room. We put in 6-inch baseboards all through the house, as you see in this picture. Trying to update it. I've still got 3 rooms to do. Well, 4 really rooms to do to update that 6-inch baseboard from the small, like 2.5, whatever it was, back 21 years ago. But I put in a large metal sink because I had a grandbaby on the way. I said, I want a sink I can wash that baby in. And let me tell you, I have washed him. So in my living room, I went from a kind of a beigey color to a gray. And this is one of my good friends making my curtains I made out of drop cloths. I got big drop cloths for $10 a piece. I had so much scrap off of them and still covered the windows. I can't believe, I think I spent I got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows in there. And I bought 7 cloths and I split them on each window. And above the windows there is like 100-year-old pine board that I had that I planed up. And no, that one's not planed. I bought nice hooks, put them up there. We made these curtains all one night. It took us like 12, 13 hours to make them. And here they are hanging up. So a large area of curtains that was a easy coverage. And I love the look myself. They're easy to wash. We did hem them so they won't unravel when you do wash them. It was just easy to do. And this is after I left and ran away, and I'm calling in to check in and see how the projects are going. No, really, I was there for all of the projects. I was down on my knees. Woo! Did not help my health out. This was our next project. This was the hallway to our bedroom, and there's a bathroom off to the left and a big closet to the right. And we were so stupid to not make it a master ensuite. We had a realtor tell us, y'all should really make this a master ensuite. 2 big walk-in closets. It's like your whole private end of the house instead of being so public. And that's what we did. We closed in the opening from the kitchen to put a door up. We put up, I think, a 36-inch door. And then we opened the doorway. We took out the regular door back into the bedroom and widened it. And it just changed so much of the house. And, of course, your property value goes up when you've got a master ensuite with 2 big walk-in closets. So they say when you improve your home, do your kitchens and your bathrooms. Well, we had some help. One of our good friends. Here we are. We're framing up the opening, and my husband Kevin, he's cutting the door trim, because we're going to come in and put down the birch wood. We bought the big like 4x8 sheets of the 3/8 inch birch wood sanded on one side. They charged me 25 cents a cut. It wasn't very much. I think I paid like $65 for the cutting, something like that. Well, I did have to sand the edges. I had a belt sander. I just went to town, just took them, sanded them, brought them inside, let them acclimate. And the floor underneath needed to be painted because my dogs had just ruined it. I had to sand it down, and then I had to paint it to waterproof it. But here it is as we started laying it in, and I'd have liked to have left it natural like it was, but there was too much of a variation of color, and I wasn't bold enough. And I liked it. It covered good. It was cheap. We did, I think, the whole floor for like $300. And to me, you just can't do that. But I did put a marine coat paint down. It was a low VO, whatever you call it. It did not smell at all. It dried quick. It's been very, very durable. I am going to repaint it pretty soon. Of course, having dogs and kids and everything running on it. But there it is. It just it's so nice. It just changed the feel of everything. And there's one when I started painting it. It's kind of out of order here, but that's okay. And then outside my home, after 17 years, I saw a video where I got out there and I put the rubber plastic that you use for flower edging, just tacked it down and got concrete in a bag. You pour it out into a mound. You set your rocks on top of it. You soak it. You get it wet and let it set. And I think I've only had one rock come loose. I removed the edging, and it is raised up, and I am intending to put in a sidewalk. So I do have a lip area, and this is the other side. I had most of the rocks. I went and gathered what I didn't have free. And then after we did that, my son and I, this was my first hugelkultur. I did decide to dig the ground out and So that gave me a good pile of dirt to start in on my wood, and I had a lot of good pulpy wood. We stacked it up, got it built up. I got it covered up good with I bought some really good topsoil. And here it is with our little bitty plants that we bought. And here it is at the end of the summer. Let me tell you, it was beautiful and I love it. I'm going to put in another one because to me that's the most easiest, just easy way to grow your food. And when it's getting hard to bend over and trying to weed ground, it gets hard. It's easy. You just pull the grass out and you just make sure you keep your nitrogen builders, and you have to learn as you go, and I'm still learning. And like I said, had I known I would have ever put this on YouTube, I would have made videos of stuff. But we love what we're doing, and we're continuing on. And I hope the pictures are visible. We're having some trouble, still learning. Until then.